Minnesota Vikings and crooked Chicago Bears have oddly become entangled this offseason. It started with the general manager search. Ryan Poles took the Bears job when he realized that he wasn't going to get the Vikings job. Kwesi ended up here with the Vikings doing a phenomenal job. And as Kwesi let go of ISM and Armand for Watts, the Bears are just like, yoink. All right. And also the Bears signed up Tajay Sharp. They signed up Dakota Dozier. They signed Riley Reef. So, yeah, why are you so obsessed with us? Happens, man. But the Vikings, the Empire strikes back, man, bringing in cornerback Duke Shelley to the practice squad, formerly of the crooked Chicago Bears. So getting that defensive playbook. Donatel should know a thing or two about the Bears defensive playbook. That's being facetious. It's a completely different defense under Matt Eberflus, the IKEA toilet. But you know, whatever. Let's talk about the brand new Vikings cornerback today. Background: 25 years young, 5'9", $176, former 3-star recruit from Tucker, Georgia. Took his talents to Kansas State. I always loved K-State, man. Bill Snyder and crew, Michael Bishop back in the day, Terrence Newman, all 17 of the Lockets. I mean, they were good. I mean, Cody Whitehair, let's go, man. And then eventually he got picked up by the Bears. But first, Foist at Kansas State. He recorded 8 interceptions, 31 passes broken up during his time in Manhattan. He didn't test the greatest, but just glanced at some of his tape. It's not really like his movement skills is not indicative of this, right? So he okay on speed, but size not great, explosiveness and agility did not test great, and you need explosiveness and agility to be in the slot, which is where he's been in the National Football League. But still, the Bears spent a 6th-round pick on him in 2019. That was a Ryan Pace draft pick. Over 3 seasons, he appeared in 30 games, making 6 starts. A lot of it was playing on special teams, as well as when he played on defense, it was primarily working from the slot. So that is going to be important. And the Vikings, you know, the defense, it does seem solid on paper, but of course I don't play games on paper because the paper would rip. But Sean Don coming over from the Packers, I think low-key, that's really concerning because he didn't look great in training camp. When he was out there at times during the limited work in preseason, it just sort of okay, so the Vikings are bringing him some reinforcements because on the rooster, we've talked about maybe Booth does have the skill set to translate to the slot, except they didn't go down that route. Evans and Boyd are going to be working on the outside. But if you look at the current practice squad, I mean, the Vikings are rolling up a bunch of guys that do have some slot capability. Perry Nickerson, Duke Shelley's primarily played most of their career in the slot. Tate Gowan has some flexibility in that regard as well. So, I mean, the Vikings doubled and tripled down on cornerback in the offseason, where they brought back Peterson, they drafted Booth and Evans, and now they're just really getting after it with this practice squad, where they kept around Perry, and they brought in Tay Gowan, they brought in Duke Shelley. Again, 2 late-round draft picks of recent years that still have some potential and maybe have something to give to the Vikings, especially if Shandon doesn't pan out. But I'm hopeful. Hopefully, Shandon can get it done week 1 against the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. Hey, remember all the times that you picked off Aaron Rodgers in practice? Now do it in a game. Do it in the game, man. But that's it. Your thoughts are our thoughts. Minnesota Vikings bring in former crooked Chicago Bears slot cornerback Duke Shelley to the practice squad. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.